SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. Hi, welcome to SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 11 in college football, and we're talking right now with Troy West from allplayswin.com, who was 2-1 against the spread in his 3 college football videos with us last week, including a very, very sharp pick on Oklahoma State. And one of the games you requested to take this week is LSU, Alabama. Troy, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks a lot, Pete. 2-1 on the videos, and I feel like we've got 3 really strong plays. I think a lot of people are going to be shocked that I took this game, but I do see a real edge here, Pete, so I'm excited to give it out.
All right, now did you pick this game just because it's LSU-Bama, huge marquee game, or did you pick the game because you actually think you see an edge on one of the lines here?
I actually think we see an edge. I was actually shocked when this line came out. I had to scratch my head a couple times, and I really feel it's one of the better games of the weekend to bet on.
All right, well, we will find out what you like here. Before we get into it, tell us how things are going at allplayswin.com.
You know, Pete, up and down season, it's been up and down, but we are in the profit. That's what's important, is being in the profit at the end of this football season. Right now, we're on pace for that. That's what we're proud of. We'll tip our cap at the end of the year, but we're going to keep trucking. But in the profit, that's what matters in this business, Pete.
Absolutely. Tough lines, tough win every single day, every single week. All right, LSU, Alabama, not quite the same kind of matchup that we've seen in recent years, but still huge marquee game. Alabama is an 11.5 or 12.5 point home favorite. The total's 55. Both the teams are off a bye. And, looking back historically, in the regular season, these games have always been decided by, the 3 or 4 points. And so just looking, at the past scores between these two teams, you see like a double-digit spread here. I guess you got to think that LSU might be the better bet to cover. But then again, this is not the same LSU defense of years past, and Alabama repeatedly covers, these kinds of spreads in recent years in their own right. So I'm not exactly sure. It looks like a pass for me. What do you like here, Troy?
Pete, you hit it on the nose. I don't think this is the LSU team of the past. I really don't. They've got 2 losses already. I think they get a 3rd this week. I think Alabama, this is a game that they finally get up for a game. Other than the Texas A&M game, Alabama's just been in cruise control all season long.
Yeah.
They're at home, which I love. A.J. McCarron's playing as good as anybody in the country. It's finally a game that Nick Saban gets to prepare for. They've had so many games on the schedule. I feel like they've had their 3s and 4s in at halftime. I think Alabama's going to be rocking. The place is going to be rocking. I do think on paper they're 2 touchdowns better than LSU. The fact that they're at home, they're rested. I think this is an Alabama all the way. I like this game to be somewhere along the lines of a 28-10, 35-14 type game, but I really think Alabama's the better team, the better coach team, more talent, and they're at home. I got to go with Alabama in this game.
All right, but what you brought up a point that I wanted to bring up, which is that, if you look at the strength of schedules, LSU has clearly played a tougher set of opponents, and Bama really hasn't played anyone noteworthy at all except for Texas A&M.
No, and I would agree with that, and I think that's actually more reason to take Alabama. A lot of times you'd say, well, they haven't been tested. We know Alabama, who they are. We know the talent they have. I think the fact that they finally got someone coming into their house that they can get up for and be excited about rather than these crap teams that they've played all year, I think that plays to Bama's favor. And the other thing that plays to favor is they're healthy. They haven't been banged up this year. They haven't had to go in and face a dogfight type team like LSU has. LSU's got 2 losses on their schedule for a reason, and I think they get their 3rd, and I think Alabama's going to take care of business in a big way this weekend, Pete.
All right, well, we have seen Alabama cover these kind of like, double-digit favorite spreads against teams that seem like they should be able to hang close. And, of course, in the national title rematch in January 2012, they did get a 21-point win. So they can clearly beat LSU by this kind of margin. Will it happen here? I don't know, but Troy West thinks it will. Alabama minus 11.5 is his pick. Thanks so much, Troy.
Thanks, guys.